What's going on, fellow band critics? I'm Steven, and today is the 2022 HBCU Band Olympics Award Show. This was a lot of fun. I want to thank everyone who participated in the voting polls, commenting, subscribing, all of it. All the input was invaluable to the research that I'm doing, and I love it, and I truly am grateful. Thank you very much. The participating schools in the 2022 HBCU Band Olympics were Alabama A&M, Bethune-Cookman, FAMU, Florida Memorial, Jackson State, Kentucky State, North Carolina A&T, Norfolk State, Southern University, and Tennessee State University. Shout out to all of the independent videographers and media teams that made all of this happen. I appreciate you all very much. I love what you do. I appreciate it, and so does everyone else. Keep doing what you're doing. These bands would not be as great without you, trust me. And special birthday shout out to one of our channel producers. His name is Dywin Daly. I really do hope I pronounced that correctly. He turned 50 on February 18th, 2022. And I'm here to say happy belated birthday, my friend. Thank you for all your support, and I really hope you experience many more birthdays. Happy birthday. You can now become a producer for the channel and gain access to these special perks. Special behind the scenes photos and uncut videos of the show. Special shout outs and promotions for members, meaning that I could shout out your name or promote something that you want me to promote. I'll reply to all of your comments on videos first.
And the big one.
Producers will be the only ones able to request videos for me to react to and review.
Yep, only producers' requests will be made into videos. To become a producer, all you have to do is click the join button located right next to the subscribe button. This year in the HBCU Band Olympics, there were 5 events, which were the Dance Routine event, the Ballad event, the Field Show event, Stand Tune number 1 event, and Stand Tune number 2 event. When the first video posted, the popular voting forum became available for people to go ahead and start voting early or as many times as they want. Each day a new event posted, a new poll was added to the same voting forum for everyone to vote on. This meant each time a new event posted, you could vote again for the other events that have already passed. One of the main purposes of the popular vote, the one that allowed people to vote as many times as they wanted, was for us to track and see how each band participated in online voting competitions. Yes, we are about to reveal the poll results and award the winning bands, but I want to share with you all one of the several statistics we are looking at with this voting forum. When the final event posted, which was Stand Tunes number 2, we created a separate poll and called it the final vote. This only allowed people to vote once. The strategy behind this was to track who from my channel's audience watched all the videos, already voted on the popular voting forum, and to see how quickly some of my audience members watches the videos. That's why we saved the final voting forum for the end of the Olympic event and only had it up there for maybe a day and a half. I'm just sharing that with you all so you all can know that we're doing a lot more than just counting votes. So how did we pick these bands? The process took a little while. We simply researched a lot of information on the internet, my channel's analytics, general searches and terms, viewer interactions, and basically a lot of numbers on a lot of different charts. All of this information simply gave us a list of 10 bands that were the most popular among people when it came to how they're viewed and how they are talked about. Also, I want to make sure there were an even number of styles as best as possible. I received quite a few messages from various platforms, mostly Instagram and Facebook, asking me how come Alabama State was not a part of this experiment. It was a close decision between Alabama A&M and Alabama State for me. If I had both bands in there, there'd be more bands of a certain style, more of the swag style, than the other style, number 1. That's the reason why I didn't put both Alabama A&M and Alabama State along with all the other ones that were in there. I love the Sting Us to death, especially because y'all know that I am a sucker for some kick-ass hair flips. But it was the Dancing Divas from Alabama A&M that gave me the final decision, because that performance they did with the fans, and I think it was, what's on that, called Love, whatever it was like that, but that performance was the one that stuck out to me the most, and it was the Dancing Divas of Alabama A&M that got Alabama A&M the one up over Alabama State that put them in this Band Olympics. Now, as we go through and award each event, I will briefly explain how we came up with the songs for each band to perform in each event when we get to those events. For the awards in each event, I will first show you the popular voting results, then I will show you the final voting results. Then we'll move on to the next event. The first event was the Dance Routine event. The dance routines for each band were selected by what we thought were the best representations of the bands when it comes to styles and which dance routines made that band look the best. So we're starting with the popular vote, and that is the one that allowed people to vote as many times as they want. And I am very aware of how voting bots work on the internet. So yes, there are voting bots or things that you can purchase that can vote for you. And let's say, for example, there are things like if you want 100 votes, that's 99 cents, and blah, 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 blah. These things are out there, they are available, and this was all part of this experiment, in case you're wondering where these astronomical numbers came from. Like, how could I have 5,000 votes and my channel only has 2,000 subscribers? It's crazy, right? But that's how that was able to work. For the dance routine event, the popular vote had a total of 5,416 votes. And in third place with 817 votes, Southern University. Second place with 1,652 votes is Florida Memorial. And in first place with 1,830 votes is Norfolk State University. Congratulations. Fourth place was FAMU. Fifth place was North Carolina A&T. Sixth place was Bethune-Cookman. Seventh place was Jackson State. Eighth place was Kentucky State. Ninth place was Tennessee State. And 10th place was Alabama A&M. The final voting poll all had 65 votes total. So for every category that we go through, for every event we do in the final vote, there will only be 65 votes total, because that voting poll, you're required to put in your email address, and you can only vote once, and you had to vote on all of the categories before you submitted it. The popular vote, you can just go in there and vote for whichever category you want as many times you want. So if you only want to vote in one category, you could have. The final vote, you had to do the entire form, and you can only do it once. That's why it was only 65 votes for the final form. But let's get into those results. In third place with 8 votes, Norfolk State University. In second place with 13 votes, FAMU. And in first place with 16 votes, Southern University. Congratulations. Fourth place, North Carolina A&T. Fifth place was BCU. Sixth place was Florida Memorial. Seventh place was Jackson State. Eighth place was Alabama A&M. Ninth place was Tennessee State. And in 10th place was Kentucky State. Moving on to the ballot event. Okay, for the ballot event, we basically selected the ballots that we felt showcased the bands the best. That's what we did with all these categories. I'm saying it a lot. And the songs we chose for the ballots, we want to make sure we can show everyone the different kind of styles the HBCU bands can play as far as ballads. Some had solos, some had vocalists, others had straight instrumental. That is how we decided to pick the different ballads. And we wanted to make sure we picked the ones that had the band sounding the best. So we tried to find, or like we would hear one band play this song in this arena or on this recording, but they sounded better at this arena on this recording. So that is how it came with the ballots, and I think it was a very good, diverse group of different kinds of ballots. For the popular vote, a total of 4,488 votes were cast. In third place with 781 votes, Southern University. Second place with 851 votes is Florida Memorial University. And in first place with 1,830 votes is Norfolk State University. Congratulations. Fourth place was FAMU. Fifth place was North Carolina A&T. Sixth place was BCU. Seventh place was Jackson State. Eighth place Tennessee State. Ninth place Kentucky State. And 10th place Alabama A&M. Here are the results for the final voting poll, which has 65 results. Third place with 7 votes, North Carolina A&T. Second place with 11 votes, Florida A&M University. And in first place with 16 votes, Southern University. Congratulations. The next event was the field show event, and we did the same process. We looked at all the field shows with the bands that are in this competition, and we picked the ones that were the most unique for that band, meaning that if we picked this show represented the band better than another show, and so on and so forth. Along with the variety, some shows were kind of similar. When I say kind of similar, you know, there are so many ways you can do step 2 drills, but we didn't want to keep showing the same kind of step 2 drill over and over and over, if that makes any sense at all. It does to us, and it made a lot of sense. Thank you for all your votes. So let's get into it. This is the popular vote for the field show event, with a total of 3,446 votes. In third place with 491 votes, Florida Memorial. In second place with 739 votes, Southern University. And in first place with 1,790 votes, Norfolk State University. Congratulations. Fourth place FAMU. Fifth place BCU. Sixth place, Jackson State. Seventh place, North Carolina. Eighth place, Tennessee State. Ninth place, Alabama A&M. And in 10th place, Kentucky State. Here are the results from the final voting form from the field show event. In third place with 9 votes, North Carolina A&T. In second place with 12 votes, Florida A&M University. And in first place with 16 votes, Southern University. Congratulations. Fourth place, Norfolk State. Fifth place, Bethune-Cookman. Sixth place, Jackson State. Seventh place, Alabama A&M. Eighth place, Florida Memorial. Ninth place, Tennessee State. And in 10th place, Kentucky State. The next event was Stand Tune number 1, which was the first stand song of 2. And we picked these songs in the same way we picked all the other ones. We want to pick songs that were unique to that band and the songs that made that band sound the best. Granted, there were a lot of songs that a lot of bands played that sounded amazing. So we had to do our little research again and find out which songs were the most popular. And we did that research by finding out which songs were the most talked about all over the internet. So here we go for the popular vote for stand tune number 1 with a total of 764 votes. In third place with 38 votes, Florida Memorial. In second place with 115 votes, Florida A&M. And in first place with 507 votes, Southern University. Fourth place, Jackson State. Fifth place, Tennessee State. Sixth place, Norfolk State. Seventh place, Bethune-Cookman. Eighth place, North Carolina A&T. Ninth place, Kentucky State. And 10th place, Alabama A&M. Here are the results from the final voting forum, which had a total of 65 votes cast. In third place with 7 votes, Norfolk State University. In second place with 11 votes, Jackson State University. And in first place with 19 votes, Southern University. Congratulations, Southern University. Fourth place was BCU. Fifth place was North Carolina A&T. Sixth place was Florida Memorial. Seventh place was Alabama A&M. Eighth place was Florida A&M. Ninth place was Tennessee State. And 10th place was Kentucky State. And the final event was the second stand tune, and this is the result from the popular vote. Now, this popular vote only had 31 votes in it because this poll was only available for 24 hours. In third place with 6 votes, FAMU. In second place with 7 votes, Southern University. In first place with 7 votes, Florida Memorial University. How did Florida Memorial get first place over Southern and they both had the same amount of votes? According to our chart, Florida Memorial's vote came in 1 hour earlier than Southern's did. And with that information right there, that is how FMU got that 1 place over Southern for this category. Fourth place, JSU. Fifth place, Norfolk State. Sixth place, Bethune-Cookman. Seventh place, North Carolina. Eighth place, Tennessee State. Ninth place, Alabama A&M. And 10th place, Kentucky State. Alrighty, this concludes the 2022 HBCU Band Olympics Award Show. Thanks to everyone who provided feedback during this entire experimental competition. Congratulations to all the bands who participated in this year's HBCU Band Olympics, and here are a few comments from people who filled it out on the final voting form. NSU, always on top. Drop another coin into that jukebox, baby. I don't know how that person sounds, but I feel like that was kind of close. Southern reminds me of a video game with a power boost button. Hey, I agree with that one. It said Southern sounds like a video game with a power boost button, and that last song they played, yes, I agree with that. What's a snake to a lion? LMAO. Sounds like someone from Miami is talking trash to somebody in Tallahassee. I mean, I can't wait till those two bands are in the same place. FAMU and Florida Memorial. That's gonna be nice. This was Florida Memorial's first year. You are correct. SU all day. We are here to slay. Muscle, like the strong emoji. All right, so I personally didn't give my 2 cents on which bands I felt would have won all of these different events because, you know, I mean, I'm coming up with the whole thing. I didn't want any of my bias to be in it. Now, I did show these to some of my filmmaking friends, and they just didn't want to be a part of the video. It's kind of lame, kind of whack, because I did send all these videos to like someone who's just a colorist. Like, you know, all they do is just do colors on films and all this stuff. I did send it to a person who does sound design and all this kind of stuff. And they gave me feedback, but they just didn't want other stuff in this actual competition or this experiment. But I do have their information, and it's a lot of fun to have people who are not in band give their opinions about things because it's kind of cool. It's really neat to hear what they have to say, especially when they have like no real band experience, especially no HBCU band experience, I'll tell you that. But it was a lot of fun. I really appreciate it. Now, when it comes to my opinions on each category, the first one was a dance routine event. Dance routines are a lot of fun. I like them a lot, and there was so many different variations. My favorite dance routine from this year and what I saw was the FAMU one. I did like that one a lot, and that was the one that I remember the most throughout the season, because I think even though all the bands did that, Booty So Big, Lord Have Mercy, and all their songs, but the first one I heard or remember is when FAMU did it. So that's who I would pick for the best dance routine. The next one was the Ballad event.
All the ballads sounded amazing,
in my opinion. So it was just one of those, which one did you fancy more? Of course, I love Tennessee State. And I love the young man who played the trumpet solo out there in California. That was great. But I also love FAMU's Ballad. That was off the chain. It was really good. And Florida Memorial's Ballad, the way they sound for being that size and the way they can phrase and everything. You have to go listen to it. I remember that one was copyright claimed. So yeah, they all sounded good, but I really couldn't pick an actual winner for the Ballad, because I do like sometimes when the vocalists come out there and sing, like when Southern had the people come out there and sing, and then Cookman, we were gonna do the one with that lady song, but it was like the same kind of thing. But it's just a lot of different stuff. But I had to go, for me, it was a tie between FAMU and Tennessee State, simply because that's just what I personally like for the ballads. For the field show event, all the shows are different. They're great. I am not a fan of when these bands start on the field, even Tennessee State. I mean, I really don't remember a time when we started on the field when I was there. We always came out of the hole or came in from the top, like, you know, center drill, downfield drill. And it feels like now a lot of bands are positioning themselves damn near all the way on the field and sometimes they even stop their show on the field and even come all the way off. I'm just not a fan of that. Field show starts, band off the field. Field show ends, band off the field. That's just my own philosophy on that. So when it came down to field show, my favorite one was FAMU. I liked the animation and all the stuff they did. And to be perfectly honest, that field show was the one that felt like it was the most talked about amongst the internet outside of the band community. There were a lot of my friends in the filmmaking community that were talking about that. So I have to go with that. FAMU on that one. Okay, for the stand tunes, it was a lot of stuff, man. I mean, my favorite song, I love Loki because it was a different kind of song from Tennessee State. The song that FAMU played, I think it's like Dollar Slime, whatever. That song was off the chain. Of course, Jackson State, I had no favorites, man. I had no favorites for that one. All the stand songs I put in there for both categories were all my favorite songs from the season, basically. So I really can't really pick a winner, but I do have to say this. My favorite two, someone's gonna ask, what are your favorite two? Would definitely be Loki from Tennessee State, obvious reasons, you know, majestically nice. Then I'm gonna have to go with, it's like a toss-up between Jackson State and Who Won't Smoke With Me, Who Won't Smoke Whatever, one of them Smoking With Me songs. But the one we're all talking about, that one, and whatever that last song Southern played, I don't know what it was, but it was in the one that just had the power boost button, that song. So that was that, and these were pretty much all my opinions anyway. But thanks again, fellow band critics. This was a lot of fun, and I hope you guys learned some stuff and enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think down there in the comments. Stay tuned for Marching Madness next month during March Madness. Marching Madness. You see what I'm doing there. You see what's going on. We're going to be looking at all these bands and these parades. It's going to be marching all over the place. So it's going to be a big parade comparison month coming up. Stay tuned for that. And do you agree with these poll results from the HBCU Band Olympics from 2022? Do you agree with them?
Or do you not?
Let me know. Comment down below. Peace. Thanks for watching this video. I really appreciate it. If you'd like to make a request, consider becoming a producer. You can do that by clicking the join button located right next to the subscribe button. And if you like this video, hit that like button and be sure to leave a comment. And if you want to see more videos just like this, there are hundreds on this page, and be sure to subscribe to the channel for new content.